punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And now it gets real, because as a rookie quarterback, all those accolades and great performances in the regular season, they essentially go right out the window. They get erased, and you have to start over. Played extremely well to get the team the #1 seed and the first-round bye. But this is where he proves himself as a quarterback in the NFL. In the playoffs, and can he win games?
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Now White. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of 40 to mark him down at the 39. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, White. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And Charles, you look at this offense, they're the #1 seed, a Super Bowl favorite, but it's hard to avoid the topic that this is a rookie quarterback under center making his first ever postseason appearance. Any concern level there?
Well, I would think that we'd all have some concern. More concerned if they were the 6 or 7 seed and had to go on the road and play in a hostile environment. What if it was cold outside? But here you got a guy who's been solid all year, led them to all those wins, a #1 seed. I think they have unquestioned belief in him. They also feel like they have a responsibility to help carry him along as well.
Here's White. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, Gibson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Wilson. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a first down. He had 5 catches last week, and they're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second down, Wilson.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Wilson. Able to connect with Dotson. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Gibson is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 7-0. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. On 1st and 10, White. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. Now White. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. A little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And oh, right away, he lost the football. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here's Washington now in excellent field position to start things out.
They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is indeed good.
And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Well, that's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
White. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Hunter. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And a fast footwork by White. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Pollard again. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. White looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Commanders preparing for their next possession.
And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll run with Gibson.
Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.